Thank you, Kevin. Time was when kids moved back in with their parents, but in the last decade or so, the number of parents moving in with their kids has seen a dramatic increase, up 67% this decade to 3.6 million. Even President-elect Barack Obama's mother-in-law is moving into the White House. Among the reasons parents move in with their kids, financial and medical, but for no matter the reason, it definitely changes the dynamic at home. It's a way of life first brought to this country by immigrants, and today it's enjoying a comeback. Mom, Dad, and the kids making room for Grandma and Grandpa.
If you look back in history, this is how we've always lived, in tribes and clans, and it's not an unusual thing. I think the me generation is coming to an end, and now we're coming back to the us generation.
Which can prove beneficial on a number of levels, not the least of which is economic, by lending a hand with the mortgage or rent. But parents can also contribute by taking care of tasks and serving as child caregivers.
So if you're paying for daycare outside the home and now grandma or grandpa is moving into the house, they may be able to substitute. They may be able to drive kids to baseball practice. They may be able to help with homework, which has an economic effect, because if you're paying for services or it's preventing you from doing your job the way you may want to.
Sounds great, but the transition isn't always easy.
For a parent to have to go and ask their child for a bed, some people can't ask for that. They can't take that step, and it's an emotional burden to do that. There may be unresolved issues with the child.
And sometimes there's simply no other choice, especially when medical issues come into play. Colleen Joyce enjoys all the comforts of home in her son Kevin's home. Her apartment atop his garage is fully furnished and allows the 81-year-old to live a more normal life despite having diabetes and Alzheimer's.
I knew it was going to be, just like I said, a matter of time. I knew that she would be better here than in some sort of assisted living, because she's pretty capable on her own.
Still, Colleen does need plenty of assistance. During the week, Kevin, a carpenter by trade, wakes his mother up every morning at 6 a.m. to get her started on her day.
I get her pills ready to take, and then after she takes her pills, I check her blood sugar level, make sure she's all set there. And then I pretty much make her breakfast. She sits down, has breakfast, and we sit and chat for about a half hour.
After that, a professional caregiver from a company called Senior Helpers takes over.
In the mornings, we're here making sure that she's ready and that she goes on the bus so that she can go to the senior center where she spends most of her day.
I checked the mail. And I brought it upstairs, okay?
And then in the afternoons we come back and we make sure that she gets off the bus safely, and we make sure that she has a snack, something nutritious, and she stays active so that she's not lonely until her family's ready to come home at the end of the day.
I couldn't do it without him. I mean, it's just, I wouldn't be able to financially do it myself because, I have to work.
And Kevin says it's extremely important for people to realize the challenge of taking in a parent. While it can often be a win-win situation, it can also have its drawbacks.
I have a vacation home that I haven't been able to get to in over a year. It's tough. I mean, it's tough to have somebody that can be around to watch her when I'm not around.
As you can see, it's quite an undertaking with many different people lending a helping hand on a daily basis. But the payoff comes with precious time with a loved one at home. And you can't put a price tag on that.
There's actually an impact, a positive impact from having families together, let alone there might be some knowledge passed on from the older generation to the younger generation.
It means everything to me. I love living here. I love the place he made for me. And I love him.
Sweet lady. Well, for more information on Senior Helpers and to read my blog about parents moving in, just look under specials on our website, myfoxboston.com.